Hey guys, it's Allison Bixenman, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about intermittent fasting, what it is, and how it works. So some of you may be thinking, what is intermittent fasting? Well, intermittent fasting is putting your body into a state of fat burning longer than what you normally do. You're extending the time that your body is burning fat. Some of you may think that could be more difficult than what it actually is. You might think it's weird, but it's actually pretty easy and you'll actually learn to love it. And the benefits that it gives your body are phenomenal. And we'll talk about the benefits in a little while. But if you're following a keto-ish diet, or a ketogenic lifestyle, you are having high fats, you are sticking under 30 net grams of carbs per day, and you're having moderate protein, it's actually gonna help you go in between meals longer. You won't be eating after eating, meals after meals. Your time frame in between them actually is longer, and it's easier to do that. It's not challenging to spread out your meals. Well, intermittent fasting, you actually schedule the time frame that you are going to be fasting or not eating, and then you set a block aside for the time that you are going to eat. You set that window up, and there's different time frames that you can do. The most common one would be a 16 to 8, so you would be fasting for 16 hours and having that window of eating be 8 hours long. You're strategically planning it so that when you're fasting, you are just burning fat. So I'll talk a little bit about the 16 to 8 ratio and how that kind of works, and kind of some tips and tricks for you to do while you're fasting. But we call it intermittent fasting, and there are so many different benefits. You can Google, you can research all of the benefits, and you'll see amazing results from other people. It's not starvation. You're not starving yourself. You're just taking the meals that you eat and putting it into that window. It's been done for centuries, and we actually already fast. When we go to bed at night, we are fasting until we wake up and eat breakfast. When you eat breakfast, you're actually breaking your fast from over the night. So we do it already, but intermittent fasting would just be taking that time frame and making it longer. Like I said, the most common one was 16 to 8. So if you go to have your last meal around 8 o'clock, which is kind of the most normal time that people start fasting, 8 o'clock at night, then you won't eat until noon the next day. So that 16 hours is blocked off, and then your 8-hour window would be from noon until 8 that night. You can still have your 3 meals, still eat the same amount of calories, but you're just having it during that specific time frame. I would say people that shouldn't fast are people who are pregnant, women who are expecting, and anyone who has a food disorder. I would definitely consult your doctor or your physician and talk to them before doing anything or considering intermittent fasting. Some of the benefits that you'll see from intermittent fasting, the number one benefit, or the number one thing that kind of draws people into intermittent fasting, is weight loss. That's kind of how most people get interested in this. So you're burning more fat, like we had said. During that 16-hour time frame, you are burning more fat than you would, because when you are eating foods, that changes, and then you're just going to be burning that food off instead of burning the fat. So you're just eating and burning the food that you're eating instead of continuously burning the fat from previously. Another benefit is anti-aging, and this one's kind of cool. I've kind of started to notice this a little bit. I haven't been intermittent fasting for long, but I've noticed it a lot of other people who have intermittent fasted. When you're intermittent fasting, you're actually producing more HGH, the human growth hormone. And when you're producing more of that, it's actually really good for your body because you're going to repair and heal all of the cells in your body. And it's really good for your skin. You look younger. And so that's kind of another benefit that people have been noticing when they're intermittent fasting. There are different ways. You just have to figure out what's best for your lifestyle. Like I said, the 16-8 ratio has been good for me. Stopping at 8 o'clock at night and going to noon the next day, just because that works in my schedule. If it doesn't work in your schedule, you work nights or you work days, different hours, then find what works for you. If you're starting off intermittent fasting, you can do it however often you want. You can pick 2 days out of the week, maybe a Tuesday and a Thursday. Maybe you want to do 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's totally up to you and your schedule and your lifestyle. Some people do 5 days a week and then they are off on the weekend. Some people intermittent fast every single day. And then on days where it doesn't work, maybe your husband wants to take you out for a brunch, or you're at church and you have a brunch right afterwards, that's okay. It's okay to break your fast earlier. You just work with your schedule and do what works best for you. So kind of how to intermittent fast. You just don't eat during that fasting time frame. So like I said, the 16-8 ratio. During those 16 hours, you'll be sleeping some of those hours, and then the other hours, you're just not eating. Now you're gonna ask how or what causes you to break your fast. Well, anything 50 calories or less will not break your fast. So the most common thing to do is just drink water during your fast, but there are people who have other drinks and stuff that are less than 50 calories that is okay to drink because it will not break your fast. Personally, I like to have a workout drink before I work out, and I work out during my fasting time frame. It is kind of recommended to work out during your fasting time frame, especially right before you break the fast. Now, that's not feasible for everybody. I can't work out during school at 11 o'clock before I break my noon fast. So I do work out before I get to work. But by doing that, I'm working on those muscles and building from those muscles after fasting, and it's good for your body. So I do have my pre-workout. It is less than 50 calories. You obviously want to try to stay less than the 50. On the low side would be better for you, but up to 50 is fine. So by having that pre-workout drink, I am good to go, and it actually holds me over until lunchtime. So that's actually really good for me. My appetite's kind of suppressed by my pre-workout drink, so I'm not tempted to eat anything more. So intermittent fasting has the many benefits, and for me, I have enjoyed it so far, and I'm excited to see what it can do for my body and what else it can do for me mentally and physically. It's hard at first, so if you want to pick a couple days a week to try to start and then build on it, that's what I would recommend. Good luck with your experience with intermittent fasting. If you have questions about it, don't be afraid to reach out to me. Down below I'll have my email, and I'll have other ways you can connect with me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you guys can listen to other pieces of information that I have on the keto lifestyle, and more about intermittent fasting and working out. That's just kind of my thing, and I enjoy doing it. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys later.